Hello everybody, hi Linda, hi Adrienne. Hope everybody's okay. Thank you for inviting me to this event today, the launch in Spain. It's very exciting and you know, great to be a part of this. So I'm just going to obviously tell you today how I work with the balance procedure with myself, with clients, with the animals. So I'm Donna Nash. I'm a transformational energy communicator. I work with both owners and the animals. So whether that's horses, dogs, I've worked with chickens, I've balanced chickens, I've worked with alpacas, I've done ducks, I've done all sorts, so that should give you a laugh. I've even balanced pigs, would you believe it or not? So got quite a variety of animals that I've balanced and I've communicated with. So we've had a lot of fun and laughter along the way. So just a little bit about my background. My background is in animal behaviour psychology. I then went on to do animal nutrition and went on to do anatomy and physiology. So that is my background. I now work solely as a transformational energy communicator for both owners and animals. Very natural way of transforming, you know, and you might ask actually what that is, and it's about communicating both owners and animals and transforming their lives, seeing the bigger picture, I suppose, and obviously balancing working with behavioural issues, reflecting, showing them what they're showing you, and what do you want? You know, what do you want from your animal? What do you want from you? You know, whether you want peace and harmony, safety, security. But we'll obviously go through that a little bit later on. So that's obviously who I am. So really, how did I get to this point? This is how I got to this point. This is a horse that I went to see. When I learned the balance procedure, I did faff about with it for a while, sort of thing. You know, I didn't really understand it. I did faff about and didn't really use it to, you know, the best of my ability. I hold my hands up to that. So, but now obviously I work full time with this, and this is all I do. So this is a horse I went to see back in 2011. Very in a bad way, as you can see by the pictures. It was, but he was reflecting me at this time because I was going through a really, I want to say bad period of my life. I actually lost my business, lost my home, and really was going through a really bad period in my life. They'd had the vets out to him. The vets basically couldn't do anymore. They'd actually stopped treating him. So, so for to call me out, it was kind of like a last resort, really. And I suppose that's probably where I was in my life, a last resort sort of thing. It's kind of, I was depressed. I was sort of going through that sort of emotional trauma, shall we say, and this horse was clearly reflecting that what was going on. You know, mind body feedback. So it hadn't eaten for 4 months now. It actually lost a companion. It lost his mother at the field, and he was actually going through a grieving process, and obviously depression was obviously there, and he completely shut down and stopped eating. Totally got that, because that's where I was. I'd had a loss. I'd lost my business, I'd lost my house, and I totally shut down. So you know, so obviously hadn't eaten, so I just stood there. I balanced me. I then obviously just worked and communicated with him and just balanced him. And he started to do all funny things like stretching his back legs out and yawning a lot and releasing and shifting the energy. and his eyes were like really softened. And actually, even though he was in that bad way, his body, by the time I finished balancing, actually looked as though, well, it had realigned itself. So this is him 2 months later. This is only a 2-month period. I did have a report from the owner that after the hour and a half that I spent with him balancing, he ate for the first time in about, it's got to be about 2-3 months sort of thing. So because he'd stopped eating grass as well. So that was obviously just a quick overview of obviously how I got to this point. And really my journey started from there back in 2011. And obviously I've gone on to work with many people in rescue places, dog rescues, dog charities, horse rescue, places, just to, instantly calm animals, if they are in that stressed place and they're not settling in kennels or in obviously in the stables or whatever, this can be used, and I do work with absolutely anything. So so I can't sort of put that over enough that this can be used for any behaviour, any emotional, physical well-being. So just a little bit obviously about the process obviously that we go through. And it all starts with a thought process. People think that they see the behaviour before the thought process, but it always comes from a thought process. We're thinking, we're thinking 300 thoughts a minute sort of thing. So the thought will always come before the behaviour, but then it comes from the behaviour, the feeling. So what is your animal showing you in that moment in time? The emotion, the physical aspect it triggers, whether it triggers an emotion in you, a physical aspect in you, mind-body feedback. Where is your belief system now, and how do you feel? What relationship do you want with them? What do you want? What do you want in? How do you want to see your reality and your relationship with your horse, with your dog, with your pig, with your duck, with your alpaca, with your sheep, with your cow, how do you want to see that? And then we balance. So that's just a quick sort of cycle that we go through, and it goes round and round. So we balance, and then we have a thought, and then the feeling comes, and then the physical, and then we go round and round and round. We just have to keep balancing and using the balance procedure to balance all this physical and emotional stuff that we have in us. So the story of Grace. This is my horse, one of my horses. Absolutely love this horse. People told me all sorts when I had this horse. Obviously just reflecting me and just showing me what was clearly out of balance within me. She was an ex-race horse, didn't match the track time, which after riding her, I disagree with that because she goes very fast. But this is obviously gradual photos that you can see on the left-hand side. This is her in her racing days. Very, very upbeat, very sort of nervous tension. She's got, her eyes that you can see through her nostrils. You can see it through her body as well. I knowing and doing what I do, I can see her body is shortened through muscle tension. Then actually the third photo down where her body is longer and she's more relaxed, and she's in that relaxed state. So turning a race, from racehorse to riding horse. So I've worked, I have worked with her, I have balanced, and that's all I've done. Again, I've just balanced. I've shifted my old beliefs. I've shifted my thought process with her. I did when I first had her. People were just mirroring me, saying, she's just a mare, she's an ex-racehorse, she's a thoroughbred, she's a nutter, she's this, she's that, I was just like, stop it, for Christ's sake, just stop it, just just roll, let's just balance this. And I had to do a lot of balancing to shift this. Now, in that field, I could actually go and sit on her back and she would just let me do that now, sort of thing. So that's how far we've come. I've had just probably getting on for 2 years now. And these are just some of the cards that obviously I used with her, the balance procedure cards. So the yellow is about confidence, it's about relaxation, it's about, on a physical level, it's to do with digestion, muscles, muscle tension, the pancreas, the spleen, all you know, that's all on a physical aspect. Blue to do with the connection, and obviously creating, you know, the creativity, the connection, the you know, the communication between horse and owner as well. It's very important, that is. And then obviously the green, which is about the trust. It's about the unity, the peace, and the harmony between us. So that was obviously what I was looking for at that time, you know, within myself and with her. So these are some of the cards that obviously I've used with her. So obviously, again, you've got the behaviour, you've got the thought process, you've got the emotion, the physical, the trigger. You know, it's a cycle, mind, body feedback, beliefs, outcome. You know, really look at where your beliefs. I really had to look at where my beliefs were with her, sort of thing, because they were totally out of balance, and not serving me. You know, they weren't serving me. I had to, yeah, as I say, I had to really balance. It took me back to a memory that I had when I was about 12, 13. Of another mare that I had, but obviously that's another story for another day. But obviously brought up a lot of balancing with that horse. But obviously we have a great relationship now. So that's the story of Grace. These are just some testimonials here. Obviously working with dogs and horses, just some great testimonials that obviously you can see. All testimonials are on my website, you know, so you can go on my website and have a look. This is just kind of just really showing you the anatomy of the body and the physical side of things. I picked a horse, picked a dog. You know, the yellow relates to the stomach, the digestive system, the muscles. So any horse, you know, any dog that's got muscle tension or you know, any digestive issues, you know, it's all to do with the yellow. The heart, the green, the I am love, the I'm inspiring, it's all to do with the heart, the lungs, you know, so anything to do with that, again, on a physical. So I just wanted to show you how it matches up on a physical level. So and then obviously my contact details at the end. I hope you really enjoyed that. I do online workshops, I do demos, I do talks, I do worldwide travel. So, you know, obviously we can make arrangements for me to come out. And obviously I do events, but I do a lot of things online. My phone number and obviously my website is at the bottom. So I hope you've enjoyed that. It is just a snippet of obviously how I work with the animals. So if you would like any more information or you've got any questions, then obviously please do email me, you know, phone me, text me, you know, online. And I hope you have a great, you know, rest of the event, and you know, have a great time. And thanks to Adrian and Linda for having me. Okay, I'll see you soon. Bye. Bye.